The Australians have arrived in ECS Season 6. Their first map, Janes, has yielded 3 points on the leaderboard against no other than MIBR on Train.
I know.
Unbelievable.
What happened to the King of Train?
I don't know.
Looks like a prince now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all gone horribly wrong. We go into Inferno next. I gotta say, I was about to say, Train felt to me like a lock-in. I don't know what's going to happen on Inferno.
Yeah, I think it's like, I mean, that's literally one game that we've seen new look Renegades. So I won't take it too far, but if you look at like complexity as a comparison, the long memory of teams who just went up to scratch, and then a new team and the new path that they've carved, and a kind of restoration of the brand's heritage and all that. And now we have the long memory of Renegades just being in the mix, being at the odd DreamHack and winning when other teams were elsewhere. And now, at least in that one game, they beat MIBR on Train of all places.
Mm-hmm.
It's
next stop Inferno.
Next stop Inferno. It's I mean, a team of major winners. It is quite something.
It really is. You remember though, it's difficult to really take that much away from it because you have to bear in mind MIBR will have no information as to Renegades play.
Yeah,
they'll just have to go in blind. It's like, well, this new team, they're going to be different. We're not going to be able to play our own game. And Renegades can just download all their demos, know all their tendencies, know what they do. So you have to take a pinch of salt right now.
Yeah.
And it's a sustainable victory.
The element of surprise can result in short-term upsets, kind of like reinventing yourselves as well. Let's not forget that infamous Cloud9 run many moons ago. The tank top era.
2015.
Sean Grills. I missed the trips to Valencia, I must say.
That was my first ever international tournament.
Really?
Yeah, and you guys brought me over.
I had done every DreamHack Valencia to that point, mainly doing Street Fighter broadcasts there. Let's delegate that to my French producer and hop on the Counter Strikers. All the Renegades players towards Banana. Smoke for either side. Waller looking away in case of a flashbang. Will he pick the right time to go for the smoke? Well, worked for him. Jake Guess is there. Over to you, Henry.
Here we go then. 5 versus 4. Great start once again. Renegades were able to run away with the first few rounds of the first half on Train. Looks like they might be able to do the same thing here as well. It's a 5 versus 4, but anything can happen on the retake when players like Fur in the mix. He'll be coming through from the ruins area. Jacob, though, world class, manages to take one down. That's all he'll get. Stewie starting to find pain now, but it's now a 3 versus 1. Make it 0. Cold Zero will be dropped. The retake unsuccessful. It's all down to that entry frag from Renegades. Quick plant, smokes down, and it's so difficult and stifling to try and get through the smokes once the bomb's planted. You know you have to try and push through. You can't wait the full 17 seconds for the smoke to dissipate. You have to start trying to find frags. And it will be MIBR forcing in the second. We discussed this, and Inferno is actually quite a viable approach. Not like every map, you can't really say there's a blanket statement to correctly purchase into every second round, but on Inferno at least it seems like most teams are more often than not purchasing up the CZs and Deagles with the extra money you get in that second round now. So let's say this is successful for them. Renegades were able to stunt their growth before, get that 5-0, and they currently are running a default with 3 rifles, trying to get that banana control. Stewie and Fallen to defend B.
So many toys for MIBR to play with. I don't know what the American equivalent of Hamleys is. Hamleys is the big toy store in the UK. I'm loving this second round buy. So Yanko knows. Obviously, he's been watching the broadcast.
What does he know?
About the second round 4 spies on the CT side after losing the pistol on Inferno.
He must.
He's definitely learned it from ECS.
Yeah.
Cold Zero lining up the chunks as the grenades fly in. Well, no, it didn't quite hit the mark. We've got Azza going first in the flames. Easy take from Stewie, and everybody else is seemingly still in the choke point. And this is surely going to collapse like a dying star. Well, 3 kills and 2 on the rotation. Not a great start for Renegades. However, all the guns are currently in positions where they cannot be retrieved. How about that? He leaves Liaz with 2 HP. Tarek with the CZ. They don't know where he's coming from. Is Liaz in the pool? I think he might be. And that might be exactly what is needed. Can't land a single bullet, Tarek, unfortunately. Starts firing before he changes his mouse. And of course, the recoil pattern is different. It's worse now. Cannot catch up with it. And that is the round for Renegades. Could have been a lot worse, though. And MIBR will have a stronger buy in the buy round than if they bought now. And ecoed previously.
Well, full eco here pretty much. Deagles, no arm up, no nades. A Zeus for Tarek. I don't think that'll be a huge factor in the round, but you never know. Looking for the one Deagle again. Old Zera won't strike first, that's fallen. And we are off. Headshots all over the place. Only one kill on either side so far. 2 players aboard library. Attempt from Fur, but unfortunately doesn't really have the weaponry to find a kill there. JKS certainly does. 4 on 1. Tarek. With the unsilenced USP, will be dropped. It was like a spell of about a month where some players were experimenting, taking the silencer off. I think it was Oscar and Chris J. They're up to it. But
was it Forrest who would do it just for, I guess, for fun? I
yeah.
think for a short time, a long time ago.
No real benefit to it at all.
Just nice.
Just looks nice.
Literally makes the gun worse. It literally makes the gun worse.
Damn.
It puts it on a loudspeaker, and the statistics are not as good as the silenced USP. There is no reason to do it. But sometimes people just want to be different.
The swag factor.
Tactical timeout from Renegades. No sniper, interestingly, for the CT side. Now, there were Desert Eagles purchased by some people in the round prior, so I feel like maybe one could have been picked up. Well then, we've got 3 players with helmets, 2 players without for the CT side. There was an there was an MP5 on the floor, which is why I'm mentioning that, but it's been dropped for an AK-47.
Let's see what Stewie can do. Successfully makes his way down towards the bottom. Up banana there. Renegades, they're not wasting any time. They're going to push through the smoke towards middle. Here comes a flash. In they go. For now, it looks like a lovely sequence of events with Cold Zera. Drops the flashbang to allow Tarek to come into the fray, but he'll go down. Fur, he's won the knife. What does he want out of this? Hi. Takes him down. Right between the shoulder blades. 3 on 2. Satisfaction has been so good in these rounds. Surely can't pull this one off. There's just no HP. There's no more utility. They have got flashbangs though. They're going to have to fight for the kills. Flash out again. Kill comes forward. A slight chance of Satisfaction, but surely taken down. Oh my god, he could actually pull this one off. I can't believe this. The flash is good. It might actually be enough here. I think it might be if he stays alive now. He's done it, James. He actually pulled it off again.
Who is this guy?
That's so insane. The fact Fur had no kit just solidified it, but he did such a good job just making sure that was guaranteed. 4-0 Renegades. They're running away with it once again. Can you believe it?
You know, they had a nice run on the previous map, and then I started to think, like, okay, it's over now. MIBR are going to win now. And that didn't happen. So we can take nothing for granted. We can take nothing for granted. Fallen will have an AWP for this round. There we go. Very, very nice. Play it towards the logs. He went back off too much. He's not satisfied with this. Jacob has the superior angle though. Will Fallen get hungry to peek further? You would catch somebody jumping on the logs. Satisfaction going for it. And Fallen says no. So far so good. MIBR in a strong position to win their first round now. They cannot retrieve these weapons which have been dropped. They are down and on it. They should be disposed of by the T side. Fallen will be left on the B bomb site. He can handle 3. The other 4 will be sent towards A.
Well then. Renegades. This time don't look in such a fantastic position. 5 on 3, but still 3 of those players on the MIBR side do not have a rifle. It's Fallen has delivered the goods so far, the AWP. More work has to be done. 35 seconds remain. Good shot though, Cold Zero, so deadly. With the Desert Eagle. Better kill, come back and return. Not completely over just yet. The setup has been made. Jacob will get one, but that should confirm it now. I don't see how well Jacob can pull this one off. It's the Deagles, of course, from MIBR that gets them their first round of the board. Took a while, but they got there in the end.
Look at the impact of that. 3 players, sub $2,000, all starting with Fallen on Banana. Gratisfaction going for the raw peak. They're pretty light on flashbangs as well, but didn't get much use of them before losing more players. Renegades. And it appears they're going to force the situation after giving so much to the CT side. An AWP and 2 AKs. Double AWPs now for MIBR. Fallen's been pretty good with the Desert Eagle. What can he do with the AWP? Well, that's one way to start off. That is one of the key weapons lost. Nobody anywhere close to retrieve it.
4-1. Renegades clutching at straws again here. Single AK of Azab. Not sure this will be enough. Now the double orbs are out. Another AK found, at least. We'll take that one away. As they fall back towards the B side, they've got no smokes, just 2 flashbangs. I really don't think there's much to be done. But we will see.
Two flashbangs. One into the front of the site. Not even a smoke for the cross. Stewie's waiting with an AK. Will he be blind? Doesn't look like it. Don't shoot your teammate though. 1 per player. HE dropping, and this force buy has been a complete failure so far. It didn't look good before they even left T-spawn. Especially considering what they dropped off, but what is that? Jacob with 2. Not sure if he knew anything about Fallen. Maybe ran into a bullet. And now there are 17 seconds left, and all of a sudden it's a 2 versus 2. They've got angles to plant the bomb.
No, they haven't. Oh, I was about to say, I thought the CT was denied straight away, but actually gets a little bit more interesting. Gratata, aka Gratisfaction, applying the pressure towards the end. I don't think that will signify another force buy from Renegades here, although they did make it tantalizingly close towards the end. I say that, James, they're going for it.
They know what opportunity awaits.
They won this.
If we can just win this round.
That's a big if.
Yeah, but it was a big if in the previous round as well. But look what they managed to do, left 1 player standing. But can you expect to do that again? Can you expect to do that again? Lots of grenades here for Renegades. More flashes than before. In come the flashes towards Arch. Fallen missing the first shot, maybe spotting 2 players, not sure. There's no one really here to, oh, well, never mind that. 2 TZ kills from Gratisfaction and Azab, but it seems that the bus is coming off the wheels. Will skid to a halt. And MIBR have survived. They've weathered the storm. That was a big test for them. Renegades will require 1 eco. A much needed opportunity for MIBR to claw back some of this cash, to reclaim what they have lost. Eagles and P50s to try to impact the economy more.
Tarek's gonna go down here. Not before. Okay, what the hell?
What?
I don't know how he survives that with 2 kills, but he'll take it. Goodness gracious. Fallen plucks out Azab. And it looks like MIBR have weathered the storm here and brought themselves back to 4-4. Another difficult start. Renegades are good at getting rounds on the board, it seems, early on at least. This is where the game really begins for them. Sure, he had that great start, but can he sustain it in the gun rounds? That's the main question. Well,
this is a big round for both sides. MIBR need to continue to survive, and it has been a question of survival in parts in this game of Inferno so far. Gratisfaction up top. He has the flashbang, but it's mainly the Molotovs holding position for the CT side. One will be extinguished by Azza, and the grenades will land at his feet. There's one, there's two, he's in the reds. And he will not win that duel, although Jacob with a very important trade, but Fordham will trade straight back. Game of drafts on Banana. Cold waiting for the eventual peak, but he has with the pre-fire. Lovely stuff, looking for another one. And maybe he'll have to settle with that. 1 minute 15. And in the meantime, Furs made his way all the way down mid. Tried to make up for the shortcomings, but Liaz is ready for him. And Renegades seem ready for MIBR.
They really do. Fallen. Normally so scary in those scenarios. He fell back. It's Cold Zero. They got dropped. What is that shot? The AWP delivers once again. This is such a big round for Renegades, looking to extend the lead once again. 5-4, looking likely. Fallen not even going for it. He's out of there, going to T-spawn. Their money's still relatively strong on the CT side. You see a couple of them struggling. Cold Zera and Tariq. It was a difficult banana take, but they got the trades required. Back towards the A site, and Renegades continue to be in the lead here.
Green gloves for Brazil. Pretty cool. And a Dragon Law, of course. Basically the Brazilian colours.
Yep.
Need some blue in there, and you're good to go. There it is, the must-win round for Renegades. And yes, they will be draining the supplies of MIBR, who will buy around this AWP. They've got the money for a full buy, but they don't have much left after that. So with the loss bonus in the pits, this is very key for Renegades. Keep climbing the cliff. Gratis faction down to $0. It's got empty pockets. There's the blue. First character blue. Stewie with some warning shots down Banana. He will be entrusted with Banana. 4 players on A. Common situation, he's no stranger to this. Saw plenty of this in Boston with old friends.
Oof. That nade. Seeing that more and more these days. This is looking likely to be a B execution. 4 players on this side of the map. Still got a minute, don't have to commit right away. We'll just drop a smoke just to push them back somewhat. JKS just showing some presence towards top and middle. Key players on this side of the map. There's actually 4 players there, James. He's got one of them.
Oh, they're lining up. I thought Stu might be good for 2, but I don't know if he actually fired. And now Fallen is taking pot shots, so many targets, but he can't hit one, or he can. Gratisfaction jumping up the barrels, and Fallen's going for the hero play, charging through. No, he's not. He's in construction. It's selling us a fake.
It worked.
Yeah. It's like those videos where someone jumps in the smoke, comes out on a different map. The Daughter Narnia will be a safe territory for MIBR once again, forced to back away to keep the balance on their side of the seesaw before they go flying off. And the large man of Renegade sits down on the other side. Off they go. Party at the bottom of Banana.
They entrusted Stu with the B-bomb site. He got sent back towards Emo. They had 4 players towards A, and Renegades punish. JKS, what a play that is though. Up towards middle. Gets the shot towards quad. And at that point, Fallen gets a shot for the smoke. You feel like he's going to go for the hero play, but thought better of it. Fell back. And there we have it. Another buy available, but not a great one. 2 UMPs, 2 rifles. Nice bit of symmetry there, but that's about it.
The UMP 45s. Stewie waiting for some kind of action. There is some action. Oh, but it has come too late. Cannot save his teammate. He is isolated from it. His body lies waiting for recovery. Renegades look for a re-aggression. Fur is over towards B just in case, but Stewie's walking away as well. So it seems like, will it be the gamble for MIBR? Put everybody on A. If it's B, we save on A. If it's A, we win on A. Seems that is the case, and unless Azza goes for a poke and a prod in the B bomb site, and Renegades are going to walk into this, the timing for Gratisfaction might just work out. In fact, as coldzera walks into the AWP, must have walked up, not giving his position away. Has anybody heard him jump? He has, but JKS can't do anything about it. UMP winning out, but now getting eliminated in the meantime. And now it's double UMP action. What the hell's going on? Stewie and Tarek with SMGs wiping out almost all of Renegades. 20 seconds to plant the bomb.
Oh my goodness, this is going to go right down to the wire. Did Azza spot him there? I think he did. So advantage to him somewhat. Azza will have to be the snake in the grass. So this kill can decide it all. There it is, Azza lights up one. And now the battle continues. What a shot that is. Oh my goodness, Renegades. Every single round, James, by the skin of their teeth, but they're winning the majority of them. 3 in a row now. And another eco for MIBR.
What is this from Renegades? And snap. Straight first bullet in the dome.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Well
Beautiful.
CZs. Deagle. PG50. Not the full investment. And the first kill after receiving a dink goes in favor of Azza. Needs to get out of there. He's so low. Not really worth fighting for another. He'll give it the AK. He's got none of his team with him. And then wisely falls back. It's actually 3 players on that side of the map. The CTs, that is. Just Tarek alone in A.
Stewie's just peeked, or nothing. And the rotation begins. The flank from Fur. Tarek fires lonesome. Can he pick up the AK? Almost getting a second kill, but there are more Renegades numbers, which means more angles. The weapon is rescued, stuck in the site. Going for the short plant. Is there cover? There is. Now what do MIBR choose to do? Is it containment? They've got a reasonable level of things that they could try to save for another round. Ooh, that's awkward. Nice pick up from Fur. Surely you want to hold on to this. He's carrying a fair chunk. Stewie will look to pick up a weapon. If he's lucky, he could run to the bomb site and pick up the AK that was down from a previous encounter. The Gratisfaction is looking and falling back. The T's are saving in the pit, so in fact he is unlikely to collect that weapon, but what's gone on there?
Stolen another AK away. Again, Renegades will win, but they're compromised financially. MIBR can afford AWPs, especially with Stewie's saved AK and Furs. Drops it over. Tactical timeout Renegades, though. So this is a chance for them just to calm down, discuss their lead. What have they been doing so far? They want to throw a bit of a Hail Mary in.
I believe Azza's the in-game leader now, which was I think it was new to him as well, post Nifty.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I think I read something about that. Doesn't seem to be going too bad. Will it impact his performance though long term, as it can do for some players? Well then, Renegades gifting a second rifle to MIBR at the end of that round. You don't want anybody on MIBR with an AK on a CT side. It's just not ideal. 4-1 setup very quickly for MIBR. Presume coldzera was just deploying a smoke grenade for Stewie. Some pre-fire from both sides. And the CTs will need to fall back. a meeting of the minds, but nothing more. Minute 30 on the clock.
No damage exchanged, but presence shown from both sides. Fallen takes some damage and then a bit more. Jake will take him down. And Sendry, oh my goodness, kind of a little bit P-Tong over there. But still no huge damage inflicted, so I guess it's fine. Fallen drop first. There's one CT on the arm side. That's going to be Cold Zero, but what a CT it is. Maybe we'll tickle him somewhat. He's got some backup now. Tarek coming to help him out. He'll be holding, just tucking himself in on the pallets. 40 seconds ready, and again, it's Stu left alone towards B. Flashbang could be everything here. It's decent. Both kills going in favor of Tarek, but 2 for Liaz as well. It's Fur alone on the sites. The A side, that is. Stewie will be towards B. And what's the call here? Do they commit? With 20 seconds remaining, I'd say they probably do. With one, needs the double kill here. They'll have to collect the bomb and plant safely now. He knows he can't really win this round single-handedly. He needs to wait for Stu to arrive.
Stewie up the speedway pretty quickly. One player in Graveyard. That's a question mark, or is it? First seems to know. So they have complete information then. But Stewie's not coming from the other side. Molotovs are down. There's a trade. Surely Az is on the site itself. Big flashbang. Fair doesn't go with it. As it could have moved. Who has the advantage now? I feel like Fair on the low ground. Sorry, Az on the low ground. Fair might further away from the box, but has he seen him yet? No, not just yet. Looking around the site. Az is hiding. There we go. There's a spray. He's got a kit. Oh, it's going to be a close one though. Oh my. Has he got it? Yes, just about. That could barely be closer.
Well, a bit of luck finally coming in MIBR's way. My goodness, though, it was close. Laboured affair. Tarek got the double kill, and Fur had to dig so deep for that one to be successful. Comes down to the 1 versus 1. He will win it with a few milliseconds to spare as well. Gutting for Azza, but a chance to reset them. But their money isn't fantastic. Renegades have won so many tie rounds so far. They haven't really built up a huge bank balance. Well, Smoke Z steps and get the first kill. That's Fallen. Nice work by him.
Not a bad start. Gun to be collected by JKS, I presume. Tata moonwalking up banana. MIBR got no time for music just now. Gotta be careful if they flash Fallen off this angle with the one flash they have left. Purely because falling back, it might take a shot exactly where Liaz is hiding behind a wall. Liaz waiting to punish. There's some blood. Did he just... His teammate shot him. That gave his position away. Oh dear. When did you see that?
He hit his own teammate. Goodness gracious.
That is crazy. Well, looks like we might see a 7-8 scoreline the way this is going. No answer to these frags from Renegades just yet. There's one, but they have lost another player in the process. And another one. As there were 3 HP, cannot hope to do much, and won't. 6-8 in favour of Renegades. But don't know that we'll see that much from them in this round. Because of how horrible the situation is. Will it be pistols and grenades? Or will it be, well, who knows? I think that's all it can be. The blood, what is this? The smoke timing was perfect. Your teammate is about to fall. Say your goodbyes.
Second half about to begin, but before we can get there, round number 15 has to take place. Renegades will have one deagle that's looking very effective. That's in the hands of JKS. Takes down Tarek, opening things up, and shortly he's got nothing left. No HP, but his teammates will back him up. Zero there, doing his best work here, but Incendiary should buy him a bit of time. Challenges again, behind it. It's still man advantage, and 2 AKs found.
Fallen, scoped in early. Creeps up into the angle, as per usual. He scoped in close to the corner, they would know a sniper was there. One of his surprise elements. Somehow Renegades have a 4 versus 3. 3 flashbangs now. As they move towards the B-bomb site where 2 of the players are rotating. Cole looking for info. He knows mid is very likely clear. Here come the flashes. Dewey, no stranger to these positions. Easy one sprint. Second one will follow. Down to the pistol now. Jacob's got Kevlar, won't matter. There is the last round. 1 round between the 2 sides. Renegades with a slight lead moving into the second half.
Slight lead, but significant due to the fact they're on the T side here, of course. You can see Coach Kassad. I didn't see a Coach Yanko on that.
It doesn't seem to always be on the online matches. I've seen him on some. I haven't seen him on others. I don't know if he's still in Serbia at the moment. If he was, he would no doubt be observing the match from inside a club. Computer in the VIP suite.
The Grey Goose and the 1080, please.
Yeah. Where is my meat?
Oh, here we go. Stewie opening things up. And we'll see a couple of kills go in MIBR's favour, but Jacob's still fighting back. Oh, is this a nice little adjustment for Mazza? Has he successfully got behind the wooden boards? He has, but surely he'll go down here. Gucci Man will bring one back, but looks like he's about to be knifed. Has actually got him before he got the connection with the blade. And now one player planting towards the B side. Oh my god, he actually hits him a bunch.
Light him up.
Fighting chance.
Tarek is going for biggest rotation North America. It's going around Central America to make it there. It's a long journey. Renegades being very patient, very careful. You can peek the bomb, see no one's on it, and just be like, yeah, I'll just hide. No problem. Where on earth are the last 2 Ts? This is brutal. Gratis Faction has a defuse kit. I don't believe that Fallen can make it there in time. So if JKS realizes that maybe he can cover in time, beautiful. And Fallen, again, he's just miles away. So the plan looks great, but the execution was slightly off.
What the hell? They just pulled off the full defuse in a 2-on-2.
How about that?
That's insane. You can see as well, they couldn't quite hit the defuse, I think. I'm not sure what happened. They phased him with less than a second remaining. And we find ourselves 9-7. Fallen with the force by here at the AK. Rest of his teammates not so much, just trying to inflict as much damage as they can get around. But there we have it. Renegades on the CT side of another advantages joining us. They actually won out on train against MIBR. This one looks like they might be in the conversation to do so and get 6 points on the leaderboard. Good grenade. Coldzera swallows it. That'll be a 5-on-3 now.
Chicken's going absolutely crazy. Pooping the bomb under the balcony. Collected by Fur. 5 players for Renegades waiting for the advance of MIBR. A stolen pistol round. A sneaky defuse, hiding in plain sight, leads them to almost double figures. How could it go wrong at this point? We've got the hero AK on Fur, flanked by Desert Eagles. Flying VLATs. As a season AK. Doesn't need to fight to the death there. Just shoulder peek. Look for info. Gratis Faction, though, caught in no man's land. 1,000-yard stare for him. As it elevates his position as a crossfire and as a flank for Jacob as well. Perhaps he gave his position away.
Oh, bomb.
That's the bomb, indeed it is. Fur now with the AK. Someone's going to get a nice upgrade. He gets there first. You can see all the CTs racing towards it. And it's 10 rounds for Renegade, 7 for MIBR. And now the real bite comes out.
It does. Well, one player will be compromised, mainly Fallen here. He brought up the AK previously, but CZ in full utility isn't the worst scenario. You can see CZ against an MP5 is pretty trivial. So JKS looking to find the first kill. Oh god, it's actually worked out. Caught Stu with the smoke in his hand, trying to find some self-preservation. Renegades really are taking the game too. MIBR here. That's a pretty remarkable start. So now they want to try and get rid of that gun, presumably. So he's thrown away the MP5, picked up an AK. And that's one hell of an upgrade. Leave them with nothing.
MIBR moving up banana. No lurkers towards A. Two Renegades players wait. The clock continues to tick. Sound is cut. Grenades may be lined up. There's one from JKS. Gonna charge straight through it, catch them off guard if they can. So far, not so good for MIBR. JKM falling off. They'll see the tracers, but he will reposition once more, being looked for by Tarek, who's good for the frag. 3 versus 2. A late rotation from Liaz, just leaving the A site now. Do his teammates wait for him? 2 defuse kits on the 3 players and a few flashes.
Looking quite good for MIBR considering those factors. Another smoke available for Fallen. Where does he decide he wants to deploy it? Looks like Coffins will be the most logical choice. It's a little bit too deep though, perhaps. The CTs are already through. And now Fallen needs to deliver headshots. And now Tarek, 1 versus 1. He's done so much good work here. The slow rotation from Liaz will be in vain. Tarek gets 4 kills. And finally, some good news here on Inferno for MIBR. 2-1 in the second half. And that's a big one for them to pick up. It's all Tarek though. This kill especially, I felt like Jacob maybe should have waited for his teammates to arrive before committing to that pick, but either way, Tarek, you can't argue with that. Really, really well done. And it's going to be a full eco for Renegades. I'll have to let this one slip by.
Down to the pistols. Catch-up time for MIBR. Score still close. Renegades still far away from victory as far as score is concerned, even though they have the lead now. Not the first failed flash we've seen at the half wall this week. There we go, MIBR with a take of banana. USPs, just a CZ on Jacob, who I think is in boiler. That's the main danger here for MIBR. Now they want to, wherever their intentions lie, they want to get there with good time. See Stewie jumping past the Mangles, just inviting somebody to reveal their position. Flash towards CT, smoke towards CT, checking the boost on site, checking the boost over the flower pots. And the SMG will be sent in to clear the area. Seems they believe that no one is there. Whoops!
Love tap.
And down goes the bomb. Now, do they want to farm money? Stewie spotting one player. There's some nice cash for him if he can find it. Making sure nobody is in any sneaky corner, minimizing the mistakes. Ding dong, Azza. Can he rescue that gun? Look over the fence maybe to pick it up. Zero holding a line on it. If the bomb explodes, it will send the gun in his direction ever so slightly. Azza, that is. And in the meantime, Jacob's still in apartments with Tarek pretty close. So maybe there is something to collect. As they're just waiting patiently. And there is the shiny UMP. Jacob has a look, nothing doing, saves his Kevlar. 9 rounds for MIBR.
There we go. Pulling it back slowly but surely, 2 in a row, but that was the eco. Renegades deciding to be a little more conservative with their approach in the previous round to allow them to have the AWP. And the rifles here, but still compromises need to be made. Liaz opts for the UMP instead of the rifle to make sure he has all the utility required. He'll go the incendiary down towards the T-steps, of course. Lots of flames down there. H needs to follow them up. Successful as well. Jacob fighting here. That's excellent work by him. JKS will back him up. 2 kills in return though. Jacob good pushes now, knowing they've got to reload in towards that underpass area. He's got to hear that reload and then can strike. Sat at T-step still. He'll go through now. Finds nothing. Fallen towards second middle. Gets the bomb. Here we go. Jacob, great work here. And Tarek, who's been sensational in this half, will be dropped eventually. 11-9 as they pull one back. Gave up 2. Oh, money's in such a difficult spot for MIBR as well. I dare say they buy this though. They love to force.
I'm excited. Don't you find this exciting? Are you excited, Henry?
This round of the game.
This game.
It's great. It's perfect.
I'm very stimulated by this Renegade side.
Yeah, they're looking good, aren't they? It's probably the most excited I've been about Renegades
in a very long time.
Well over a year.
Yeah, longer than that, for sure.
Actually looking competitive. And
yeah. I know Chad was saying maybe it's time for the guys to join international squads or have an international flavor. However, I mean, it is game 2 of the league, but we see promise. MIBR moving through the top position. Satisfaction getting around the corner. Some area control with the Molotov. And it seems they may move towards B MIBR. Now, these are very dangerous CZ, so it's not an easy win for these two B players of Renegades. An alley-oop pop flash from Fur, but they are stuck behind a smoke grenade. Satisfaction has got to get this frag. He's got to get this frag. Maybe it's nervousness. Surely that is a complete mess. And now there are big problems because these players are separated. Again, these CZ so dangerous. Surely not like this.
Well, I think it is going to be exactly like this. Nothing can be done. Barely any damage inflicted. 3 kills found from MIBR. They've stolen the round away.
Look at the money. Is this how you lose all your money?
Yes.
That's what my mother says when I walk into her place with a new pair of shoes.
Is this how you're spending all your cash?
My shoe ban has been successful. I've bought no more shoes.
Yeah?
For now.
How's that make you feel?
I'm getting my coin soon.
Your coin?
20 days, no shoes.
What's that? Oh, I see. Okay, I see what you mean. How does it make you feel? Do you get the edge? Oh, I wanted to ask, there's some shoes that I want you to help me buy. They come out on Friday. I need you to show me the ways.
I'm your guy. 11 to 10.
And they don't force buy into this. Oh, okay, I take it back. They definitely do. CZs are out in full force. I thought they would just have to do rifles and nothing else, but they've gone for the full investment. MIBR still behind, but maybe not full on. That's a kill. Oh, he's actually on quad. I thought he was just behind him. So there he is on top of the quad. 3 players there. Fur removes one of them. Yeah, a bit of a spam in towards the balcony as well. Molotov will dissuade Azza from any further progression towards Boiler.
Some grenades from MIBR. God, what a pivotal round, the last one. Maybe this puts MIBR on the driving seat all the way to the finish line. Three men. Spots the first one, but he's overextended. Now, Jacob won't go for the gun. They've still got one person on the B bomb site, and it seems they're going to focus on A, the CTs. Tarek jumping into the pit. Jake, yes, very alone. They know he's there now. That's a huge frag of the CZ. I'm re-equipping it immediately.
It's a 4 versus 2. This is a very back and forth game. It looked like MIBR were just finding their stride, pulling it back round by round, but this CZ have been problematic here. 20 seconds remain. Fallen as a low HP Jake gets in front of him, but Azza, he went in with a strike. That's actually really well done from Renegades. That's a huge round. Back and forth we go, and they're going to be in a force buy situation themselves now. They can buy with 3 of the players, as you can see, but 2 of them are compromised. I think they'll almost certainly go for this one. No doubt in my mind about that, but this round could decide who wins. This could be absolutely everything.
In most situations, you would expect that round to be a write-off.
Yep.
But here they are again with a fantastic buy. Jacob gets there eventually. They can settle for that. Plenty of Molotovs around Banana. Very hard for MIBR to trade. 2 pistols, 2 rifles. Is there something to collect? The answer is yes. Now what? There are 4 flashes for MIBR. It seems it will be raw peaks. No one giving anything away at Coffins just yet, but he is spotted Fallen. Tarek with some harassment, just showing we're still here, we're top mid. Don't get any ideas. Seems the Renegades may have ideas anyway. Double peek, wide swing, great work. Transfer from Satisfaction as it finishes off the second kill.
This is MIBR, breaking point, remember. 5 on 2, James. Renegades making quite the convincing case to find 6 points here today. I didn't think that was even in the realm of possibility. 30 seconds remain. Cold Zero, though, so deadly. Ready to strike like a coiled cobra. Time running out, though. He's waiting for his opportunity, but is not getting it. They have to make their presence known here. Fallen has to set him up somehow. They'll flash in. Cold Zero needs to find the headshots. He'll get nothing. Fallen will get one back. Every second that goes against him, another percent of him not winning this round, and he can't even plant the bomb anymore. And it will be Jacob to close it out. No bomb planted. $2,000 per player. Tactical timeout required, I would say.
What is going on here? 3 rounds. These may feel like very long rounds to the likes of Renegades. God, how happy would they be for a 2-0 start in their ECS record? They get the luxury of looking at everybody else, and maybe that will spur them on some more. Pistols for MIBR. Things get more and more serious for them. As of a jump pass, has a look to see what's going on, but Fallen's got a Desert Eagle.
Certainly does. They've got no armor, though, no nades. And Renegades looking to close this one out. What a nade that is. Oh my goodness. Cold Zero Fallen. Swallow it. Over 100 damage dealt. And the smoke down. Just adds salt to the wound at this point. There we go. Just holding up now. No one has to push for a kill. No one has to step out of line. You've confirmed their eco. They've got no armor. Don't overextend, Jacob. It feels safe now, but it can quickly turn. All it takes is the one dig.
It's important he holds banana, though, because there is a gun right in front of him. It would be dangerous to try and dispose of it at this point, since he's on his own. Oh, he's doing it. He has got rid of the gun on the floor. Ooh, how has he done that with a Glock? How has he done that with a Glock?
Didn't have to be there.
40 seconds, and they know one player is on shot, and he's gone. It's Cold Zero now with 4 HP. Another round in the bag. Another round in the bag. Slowly, easy does it. Slowly, goosey something.
Slowly, goosey something.
Slowly, something goosey. No?
I don't know what you're on about. If you don't know the phrase, you probably shouldn't reference it.
Let me just use the internet device. Slowly, goosey.
I don't think that's it. I think you're mixing two things up again.
Slowly goes the goose.
That's not a thing. What are you on about?
Loosey goosey.
I know loosey goosey, so that's why I think you've got two things mixed up again.
Probably have.
What did you just say then? Slow the goose.
Slowly goosey.
Slow.
It rhymes at least.
Anyway.
Doesn't matter if it doesn't make sense.
Oh, that is all bangable, but I don't think I've ever seen a kill there. To be honest. Let's see what can be done. Renegades looking for match point again on Inferno. The new look team seem hungrier than ever.
Who would have thought it?
They did actually 16-0 when they were SK Gaming, didn't they? Was it ECS last season? Was that maybe a season ago?
I don't know. Right, let's see if they can do this, Renegades. Can they really get the 2-0 dream? The crossfire is absolutely savage at top mid. Stewie is left to look at the debris, which is mostly his teammates. Crikey. Stewie versus the Wild. Mostly Pacific Ocean. Renegades at 14. Bell rung through the wall. Got most of his life though. Question of damage, there'll be none of that either. 4 players surviving for Renegades. Match point for Renegades.
Just to reference that, it was in 31st of August 2016. Renegades 16, SK 0 on Dust 2 in ESL Pro League.
What in the blazes is that?
That was a long time ago. Just something that came into my brain randomly.
Oh, they got a 2-0. Oh, I mean, this is quite the upset if they're able to do this. And it's just great news. It's just a great start for the Renegade side. If they can do it. But can they?
It's a good start. Satisfaction gets the first incision towards Fur. That's a hell of a player. He's normally one of the scrappiest players they have, who can normally do so well with these pistols. It feels like it's happening. 1 rifle available, 2 pistols, and 5 rounds in a row required just for overtime here. But they are one of the most difficult teams to get over the finish line against. MIBR know that as well. Even in a 5-on-4 with no weaponry, they're still always going to be dangerous.
Counter smokes. JKS entrusted with the B bomb site. Everybody else is towards A. 8 of the 9 players on the server around the A bomb site. 1 minute on the clock. No eyes on Banana. Surely this is the final push from MIBR, at least for this round, maybe for this match. 1 player spotted jumping past. Gratisfaction now is his position compromised as delivering kills in the meantime. Can see over the smoke. He can see their legs, but they can't see him. And now it's Azza and 2 more versus Fallen with a CZ. And he can't stop them. 16-10. Renegades win both matches versus MIBR.
Can you believe it? Who would have thought going into this one that Renegades were a brand new team, have not really been exciting anyone for a couple of years now. This team has just been holding on essentially to their contracts and hoping they can stay in North America, and they go for the minor system in the Asian region. No one's really been that fascinated by them running through the bigger tournaments, but this is the most promising performance I've seen from them in a very long time. This was a legit victory. It's not like MIBR having an awful day or anything like that. They were fighting back and winning huge clutches as well, and Renegades actually held their nerve, made correct decisions, worked well as a team, had a good understanding of how to win the rounds, and they needed big players to turn up as well. Gratisfaction in his NA debut looked fantastic, you have to say, James. He's got to be MVP just for that, the context of that alone, right?
Yeah, I mean, they looked awesome. They looked awesome, and I think we've been waiting a long time. And yes, it is a very small, the smallest of sample sizes, really, but it's still, it's something. It's a candle in the wind. It's hope, which doesn't feel like there's been for Renegades for the longest time, but I'm really happy to see them looking like such a unit.
Well, there we go. Here are the stats at the very top, at least in terms of damage. Is Gratisfaction once again, 19 and 22 for him. Jacob, great performance. Good to see him firing on all cylinders. He's been absent this entire time. Last year, we always know he's a good player, but haven't seen it. This is much better. 23 kills on the board. We'll have a look at the MIBR stats as well. Nothing that really, jumps off the page. Everyone fragging quite equally, but I don't care about the stats, James. I care about the actual gameplay, what happened there, the emotion, the passion on the server. Renegades finally looked like they want to win, and they're a team that's ready to do so. That was really cool.
Yeah, I'm really happy to see.
I was a little bit, when we hadn't seen any Renegades games in this league so far, I was like, oh god, we're going to have like a whole week of their games, and everyone's getting battered.
Yeah.
Every map. But we actually might see some good CS out of them now.
Yeah, they look like a team who aren't just there to make up the numbers. They look like a team who are there to be a threat. 2-0ing MIBR, definitely warnings to everybody else in the league as well. And I think we're just happy to see another competitive team in the league.
Absolutely so. Well, there we have it. It will be 6 points on the leaderboard for Renegades. They take down MIBR in stunning fashion. We will take a break and be back with NRG versus United. Could be another great game. We'll see you there.